After 2 months of having William, I made the decision to move to a new yard. Although William was pretty happy on his little yard, I decided that we needed some better facilities to help with our training. So after about a 45-minute standoff, with William not wanting to get in the horse box, we made our way down to Field Farm for our next adventure. The next day we had the saddle fitter back. William has grown and changed shape since she was last here, so I wanted to get him checked. It's a good job really, because he's completely different shape, and we have a new saddle. We moved at the start of my week off, so I had plenty of time to help him settle and make the most of the space we've got. I actually did ride him a few more times, however I didn't film, just being on my own and him settling in. However, I did film a couple of clips of him lunging quite a few times, and we've been practicing some stretching over our back. The new yard is a lot busier than what he's been used to. We were always working on our own before, so he's been practicing concentrating and not getting excited when other horses are around. He's also been working in different environments, so I've been taking him in the indoor and the outdoor. The outdoor he's found a lot more exciting because he can see all the other horses and there's a jump arena right next to him. But overall he's been really good, considering it's a big change for the little fella. I've still been trying to do plenty of groundwork, so I'll take him in hand for a little walk around the arenas or to see new things. This day we went into the show jumping arena because it was empty, and spontaneously I decided to see what he did. As you can see, he didn't really do anything, just walked around quite happy, circling between all the jumps, having a good smell, and was super chilled. Typical little William. When you think he's going to be excited, he's really not. But the way he is so calm around the jumps means that maybe next year I might be able to get him over some of them. We'll see how he goes. I know I'm showing a lot of his lunging, however these were filmed over the last 2 weeks, and there is definitely some improvements in his way of going in the different ones. So the last ones with him in the side reins were the first time he had them on since moving, and he was just starting to stretch. However, in these clips, which were later on in the week, he's definitely stretching a lot more frequently. I know he is wobbling all over the place, but he's in the big outdoor, there's a horse jumping in the other arena next to him, and he gets a little distracted, which makes him wobble. When he's concentrating, he really does stretch out nicely. Also, since April, I've been using a weigh tape with William, and in that time he has put on 30 kilograms, and so he's looking a lot smarter. So after 2 weeks at the new yard, I finally got round to filming my self-ride. I've included the whole unedited session. I filmed it just so that I could see how he went and how I rode. Just decided to include the whole thing so that in the future I can look back on this and see the changes in both of us, really. At the minute I just do a lot of walk. He's still very young and weak, although he's definitely building up. Most of that is probably just from the spring grass. I've been focusing on just getting him to move a little bit forwards. Although saying that, I have kind of realised after this that maybe a little bit more leg would be good, because he's not actually going as forward as he feels. But again, that's why I filmed it, so that I can see what it looks like to, rather than just what it feels like. You can kind of see what I meant by him not moving forwards as much as I thought here. He's trotting round he looks a little bit backwards at times and tense, and I don't know whether maybe making him move away would help him open up a little bit. Bending is definitely not something he's very strong at the minute, so especially on this rein. And every time I did put my legs around him, I did feel him collect himself up a little bit. So I just need to practice my riding as well as trying to keep him balanced. I do know that I've had a habit for a while now of not using enough leg, because I think they're going too forwards, but actually then I take the aid off completely and it kind of counteracts what I'm trying to achieve. I need to teach myself to put my leg back on him and to keep it there, to help him learn that he needs to move off of it rather than just sitting there. So actually in this part of the school, I wasn't planning on walking this much, but if you look really carefully behind, you can see a herd of horses being brought in from the field, and he was just a little bit looking at them. So to help him relax and to avoid any extra tension, I just let him walk around and chill out. He is a lot more chilled in walk, so I tend to do a lot of it between everything just to bring us back down to calm, me and him. After getting him back into trot a little bit, we end up having our first canter in our new saddle at the new yard after 6 weeks of not cantering under saddle. It's actually only the second time I've ever cantered on him because I only did it once before his break. He was a little bit sprightly. It felt a lot feistier than it looked. And again, like I said before, I always feel like he's going too forward, but then he just stops. So I need to build that trust with him. I need to stop tensing up myself, because I think if I was a lot more relaxed, it would help him. This is me trying to go on the other rein for canter. He strikes off on the wrong canter originally. This is his weaker side. He does change himself on front though, so maybe one day we'll get those flying changes. But I just bring him back to trot and go round to try again. He does go into canter actually really sweetly. I'm so tense, and it's making me I'm bouncing on him, and yeah, that felt like a bronc, but then I've watched it and it's literally just him dropping his back end. So I think part of that is me. Again, I'm tense, but I'm gonna try next time staying in light seat and seeing if that helps him move forwards, and then we can both move without being against each other a little bit more. So I then end the session with lots and lots of walk again, just to end on nice relaxing walk and stretch. And I didn't film it, I stopped filming, but after this I did do a bit of walk halt transitions because he is evading the bit a little bit at the moment, and he's not 100% guaranteed to stand still when I want him to. So yeah, this is our first 2 weeks at our new yard, and I'm looking forward to getting him out hacking a little bit. We actually do have cross-country field that we're allowed to hack round, so hopefully over the next week we'll be getting out and about and doing something different.